Oh no, the wearable tech community is coming for me. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and this is my review of the brand new wearable fitness tracker known as the O-Band. I should give full disclosure that the manufacturer of this O-Band sent this to me. And by manufacturer, I mean me. I'm the one that made this. If you haven't seen on my main channel, I made a commercial about launching this. To be clear, this is a real product that I am selling and you should get. We'll get to that. So go check that out now if you happen to miss it, because that's important for moving on. This doesn't tell time. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Have you seen it yet? It looks very serious and then the message is outrageous. Okay, welcome back. So what you saw in that commercial was actually a prototype. Here's another one. The only sample I could get quick enough is actually orange and gray, so I used my Cricut to turn it white and then add this little embossed logo. I don't know if you can barely see that. It's going to be debossed when I actually manufacture these, so laser engraved in there with the outrageous logo. Now this is gonna be less of a review and more of me talking through the thought behind all of this, a little behind the scenes into my brain around why I'm making this, why I think it's really funny, and why I think you'll love it. But not just funny, it's also commentary and satire and somewhat serious, but not taking itself seriously at all. Let me just dive in and explain. I'm gonna talk through 9 different features that it has. The first thing I talk about in the commercial is that it has an anti-nocebo technology. And I've talked about this a lot in the past. If you feel good, but then you get a bad score on one of your devices, you can actually feel worse and it'll be measurable within your body. And I have joked about making a wearable that just tells you you feel great all the time. Like, that makes me want to invent a wearable where it's just a regular wristband. And also, it comes with an app that doesn't connect to your wristband. It's just a video of me saying, hey, you're doing great! It was a half joke because now I'm doing it! But I love commenting on the fact that technology can potentially make you sadder. And that ties into the next feature, which is you can't turn on notifications in our app. Oh yeah, let me show you the app. So when you open it up, come on, load, there we go, it bounces in. Good job, I got 100 score, I feel great. And then the notifications are just blurred out and that does nothing. Oh no. The wearable tech community is coming for me. I want to be clear, I'm still wearing an Oura ring right now. I'm not saying that it's bad to track. I even have levels on now too, and I sleep on an 8-sleep bed. I'm actually the exact opposite of someone who's scared of technology. This is more of a questioning and just calling attention to it, and also just laughing about to lose my Oura sponsorship. Oura's gonna go out of business because everybody's gonna buy this and stops. Yeah, okay. But anyway, the idea of not having notifications as a feature I think is hilarious. Mark Zuckerberg should take a cue from me. And then there's this part where I talk about why do you want a wearable? Obviously, so you can get abs. That's just a given. That's why everyone wants one. And why do you want abs? Well, to be happy. This is a common thing where you keep asking, but why? But why? But why? And it always comes down to something really core, like I want to be happy, I want to impress my dad, I want to be there for my kid, I want to feel valid, I want to be happy. And the idea of getting abs to get there is also pretty stupid. This wristband will just be an indicator that you are enough. You just stop trying to be something more and be happy. That's okay, it's not exactly that easy. But then that's another feature or part of the commercial where I just outright say it. You got a perfect score because you're perfect. This is me blatantly saying my whole outrageous message, the whole reason that I make stuff. And it feels kind of silly now that I'm making a video being like, this is my artist statement, instead of making art that makes you feel that statement. But you all are my tight, smaller group of fitness outrageous pallies, so I feel like I could just tell you what's going on here. Okay, the next feature is the near field affirmation tag, which is actually an NFC chip, near field communication. And all it does is open up an audio file of me saying, you're awesome. So this is the prototype, it doesn't work, but here's the NFC chip prototype. I just bring it nearby and we get, you're awesome. Ha! It's true, you are. That's less commentary and more, how can I make this more absurd? And the absurdity level is, I'm saying you're awesome audibly. And the final manufactured band will do that. And then the next feature, man, I love this. So I'm stressed about charging stuff all the time. When I go traveling, I have this huge list. My Whoop, my Oura, my Apple Watch, they all have to get charged so they're ready to go. And I'm constantly managing this to make sure it's okay to the end of the day. What if your band did not need to ever be charged? But that's because it doesn't hold a charge, but we're not gonna, that doesn't matter. The point is that this gets completely rid of the battery anxiety. You're welcome. And the sub feature, you don't have to keep track of the charger, and the sub feature, when you use the charger so much it frays and stops working and you gotta replace it and that's really expensive. None of that happens with the O-band. And the next feature, your data privacy. So this is a big thing lately, especially with your health data and being manipulated by, again, I brought up Zuckerberg, but he's not the only one. You are completely protected from me ever using your data and or manipulating your mind, because I don't collect anything. This thing doesn't do that. The idea of a tracker that tracks nothing. I love it so much. All my features are non-features. Here's what it doesn't do, and of course you're so glad. Oh yeah, the next feature is also a not do thing. So I get stressed out keeping track of social media, and also it's not really social. You get on Facebook and you're very distant from people. I wanted this to be very tactile and in-person kind of thing. I want it to be an indicator that you're outrageous and a conversation starter, just like I mismatch my shoes. There we go, now you can see, so that people will ask me about it. And this is a less crazy version of that you all can wear and then talk about what it does, why you're into it, and why you really like watching my videos, hopefully. I mean, you made it this far, so yes, you are my hardcore pally. So again, you're welcome that you don't have another exhausting social network and you can just go be out in the world and be outrageous, visually show it off. And the final feature is that you can get it through my Patreon subscription. So every year on Black Friday, I do some sort of outrageous gift thing, and I have to top myself every year. That's how we arrived at this. But Whoop and Aura now have all switched to subscription versions, so why not sell it that way too? Because it means if you want to, you can continue to support me and you will continue to be the reason that there is more outrageous in the world, and I'll do more ridiculous stuff like this. So I'm hoping if the very serious commercial didn't convince you, perhaps me talking through the features did. Because beyond wanting to see these out in the world, I also want you to feel like you're a part of this and that it's there with you on your wrist saying, hey, you're awesome, you're 100. I designed this, by the way. I'm super proud of the user interface that has many non-features. So go now, check out my Patreon to get yours, and do it before Cyber Monday because this is my Black Friday deal and that's it. And I am so excited to see all the photos of you wearing them and hear stories about you sharing how optimized and outrageous you are. Welcome to the future. It's time to harness the power of your own incredible mind and body. Yes, you are incredible, and our